The retail sector was the hardest hit by the civil unrest. Over 40,000 businesses were looted, many of them small, medium and micro enterprises. This further exacerbated the negativity that businesses were already dealing with due to the impact of COVID-19 and the lockdown. This is Dobsonville Mall in Soweto. Center manager Tato Matlala says all the tenants here were affected. All shops looted, stock stolen, property damaged, leading to closure of businesses and the loss of jobs. The center is now up and running and it's all back to business as usual. He says they have had to rethink how they secure the property.
Our key focus or our strategy this time around was to get as much local security personnel as possible in a bid to say, okay, fine, this is your mall, we will employ you through the security company and you look after it. So I think more community engagement helped us to achieve this. So I think that is ideally where we are going to be headed in terms of security going forward, but now also that we get as many locals into the mall as possible, and that will help us in the long run when these things happen, like your riots, that people will say, no, but this is our bread and butter, we cannot damage this facility, this is where we earn a living.
On the other side of town, Protea Landmark suffered the same fate. This fast food restaurant was destroyed, equipment was stolen and it had to close shop.
We were affected. 14 of our stores were affected after the looting, and the funding which came a month later, which was very quick, I mean that has never been seen before, assisted us to open 6 stores in totality, one of which was burned down completely. And the impact was like really appreciated because about 500 of our staffs were impacted. They were not at work, but we were able to open their stores within a month.
The National Empowerment Fund and Solidarity Fund partnered to assist the businesses affected by the riots. The partnership was aimed at supporting small, medium and micro enterprises. The NEF contributed 308 million rand, while the Solidarity Fund contributed 273 million.
So we developed a mantra that we refer to as the Build Back Better mantra, to say those businesses that were not formalized. So our role now was not to just quickly go in there and you disperse the funds. We had to do a whole assessment of the various needs of these businesses to say, once we have invested the NEF portion of the funding and the Solidarity Funds money, we want to make sure that these will be better businesses going forward. And we're very excited and delighted to report that if you look at the work that we have done, some of them have even been able to employ more people than the original number that they were employing.
The partnership was made out of the NEF money set aside for a concessionary credit facility, and the Solidarity Funds was earmarked as a grant for blending with the NEF funding.
We were dealing with the business that nobody cares about. They never get access to funding. Nobody looks at them until they are successful. But something like here is going to take NEF to make it work. And of course, once they are mid-size, all the financial institutions then want to come on board. But it is NEF that actually breaks these grounds and actually defy the system, if we were to call it. NEF is a defiance kind of campaign, in the sense that it goes to where people don't go.
The partnership between the NEF and Solidarity Fund has assisted 140 sites and saved over 5,500 jobs. Glorious Sefako-Musi, SABC News, Johannesburg.